Hi students, I hope all are safe. Stay safe in your home. Today I am going to teach 12th biology, biozoo, first lesson, reproduction organism. Biozoology consists of 5 units. Unit 1 reproduction in organism, human reproduction and other parts also. Unit 2 genetics. Unit 3 consists of an health and hygiene. Unit 4 biotechnology. Unit 5 population. So the content of lesson chapter 1 reproduction organism, chapter 2 human reproduction, chapter 3 reproductive health, unit 2 fourth lesson principles of inheritance and variation, and fifth lesson molecular genetics, sixth lesson evolution, seventh lesson human health and disease, eighth lesson microbes in human welfare, ninth lesson application of biotechnology, and 10th lesson organisms and population, 11th lesson biodiversity and its conservation, and 12th lesson environmental issues. Then introduction of this lesson. First lesson, reproduction organism. Reproduction is a biological process by which organisms give birth or give rise to a new organism. This process is seen in all living organisms, both plants and animals. So you know, for reproduction means multiplication is a biological process by which organism give birth or give rise to new organism. Living organism shows a life cycle involving, a living organism consists of some process such as for birth, growth, developments, maturation, reproduction and death. Is come for here stages of living organism. Reproduction result in continuation of species and introduce variation in organisms. The mode of reproduction. Organism reproduce through by sexual mode and asexual mode. What is sexual reproduction? Reproduction just means combining genetic materials from two parents, both egg and sperm. Both are fused together to form zygote through by sexual union. Asexual reproduction produces offspring genetically identical to the one parents. It's a single parents responsible to development of new offspring or new hybrid. They are called asexual. A stands for absence, sexual means, so absence of sexual union are called asexual. Sexual means union of male and female gametes. Okay, female gametes are called ova or egg, and male gametes are called sperm. Both are fused together to form new individuals, and it is usually by amitotic or mitotic division. So here is happen for either is absence of mitosis. A stands for absent. Already explained 11th standard. A stands for absence of mitosis or mitotic division of the somatic cell. What is somatic cell? Body cell. Somatic cell means body cell. Hence is also known as somatogenic or blastogenic reproduction. So asexual means somatogenic, or sometimes ask one more questions. Define asexual reproduction. What are the other names are called? Somatogenic. What is somatogenic? Body cell responsible development of new organism, or blastogenic reproduction, asexual. Difference between mitosis and amitosis. Mitosis, it is an usual process of cell division which involve splitting of parent cell into two daughter cell, involving some stages such as prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So these are the different phases, stages involved during mitosis. One cell divided to daughter cell, 2 into 4. That consequence divisions happen for here. Amitosis, it is an unusual cell divisions which involves divisions of cytoplasm and nucleus by the appearance of a furrow which depends to divide the cell into two individual cells. Two stages like karyokinesis and cytokinesis. So here during A mitosis, the furrow is formed in the cell because if you see for bacterial amoeba usually unicellular organism involved for A mitosis through by binary or multiple fission. During binary fission, a furrow form the entire cell at the middle of the cell and first of all divide nucleus. So nucleus division is called the karyokinesis and follows the accompanied through cytoplasm. So cytoplasm division is called the cytokinesis. Then binary fission and multiple fission. What is fission? Fission means division. Okay. One cell divide into two daughter cell. The parent organism divide into two halves. Then two halves, and each half forms a daughter individual. The nucleus divide first amitotically or mitotically karyokinesis follows by division of the cytoplasm. So what is cytokinesis? Division of cytoplasm. Very easy term. Cytokinesis means division of cytoplasm. Karyokinesis means division of nucleus. Nucleus division is called karyokinesis. Both are happen binary fission. So fission and fusion. Fission means division. What is fusion? Union of male and female gametes. So union happen in sexual reproduction. Fission happen especially lower organism or prokaryote division of cell. Bacteria, then yeast cell usually happen for budding process fission. So they come for binary fission. There are four type of binary fission that include irregular binary fission, longitudinal binary fission, transverse binary fission, oblique binary fission. Irregular binary fission, the organism going to divide any plane but not particular plane. Example for amoeba, for here amoeba is a shapeless and irregular shaped organism, and first of all happening for here one furrow is formed at the middle and going to happen for here karyokinesis, then cytokinesis to develop two daughter. Okay, fission point is come for here karyokinesis. What is karyokinesis? Division of nucleus. What is cytokinesis? Division of cytoplasm. And because to furrow completely divide to form two daughter. A planes of division is hard to observe. The contractile vacuous causes to functions and disappear. The nucleoli disintegrated and the nucleus divides mitotically. Following on cytokinesis, divide to form daughter season irregular. The transverse binary fission happen for here euglena. Sorry, paramecium, not euglena, paramecium. Here is going for divisions happen transversely. Okay, nucleus going to divide because nucleus will be elongated. It's a nucleus, then elongated, going to make a furrow at the middle. Transverse divisions to daughter. The planes of the divisions runs along the transverse axis of the individual. The macronucleus divides by mitosis, amitosis. The micronucleus divide by mitosis. Okay, so macronucleus divides by amitosis and micronucleus divides by mitosis. Mitosis means to involve for some phases. Transverse binary fission. Longitudinal means this animal is going to divide longitudinally. Example for euglena. Euglena is one-celled animal, a kind of an euglena. First of all happen nucleus going to divide to daughter, happen for a furrow going to divide to daughter. So the nucleus and the cytoplasm divides in the longitudinal axis of the organism. In flagellated flagellum is retained usually by one daughter cells, and the basal granules is divided into two, and the new basal granules forms a flagellum in the others daughter individual. So here only one flagellum is only one flagellum, just move any one of the cell, other flagellum to form newly formed flagellum, and already presence of those animal long flagella. Okay, so flagella in one side, one of the daughter cell, other divide daughter cell to produce new flagellum, that animal is going to divide transversely. So longitudinal binary fission in euglena. Then oblique binary fission, the planes of division is oblique. Oblique means it's not a regular, it's not a straight or transverse, so oblique position. So oblique, it is seen in dinoflagellate. Example for here, Serratium. The Serratium plant cells going to divide, daughters going to divide through by obliquely. Then multiple fission. You know, binary fission means one cell divided to a daughter, but here develop many daughters. Because this multiple fissions happen, conditions are unfavorable, but binary fission happen, conditions are favorable. Okay, what is favorable? Suitable condition. But multiple fission, the amoeba suppose live in waterlogged areas, the entire water suppose going to dries up, and it is going to change or adapted through by multiple fission. The parent body divides into many similar daughter cells simultaneously. First, the nucleus divides repeatedly without the division of the cytoplasm. Later, because of that conditions are unfavorable, first of all going to divide nucleus. Then later, conditions are favorable, immediately to divide cytoplasm. Later, the cytoplasm divided into many parts as that of nuclei. Each cytoplasmic part encircle one daughter nucleus. So every nucleus is encircled with the cytoplasmic content. This results in the formation of many smaller individual from a single parent's organism. Repeated fission. If multiple fission produce 4 or many daughters individual by equal cell division, but all the cells are more or less equal, and the young ones do not separated until the process often complete. Example, verticella organism. So here is given multiple fission, bacteria going to divide. Suppose entry of an bacteria suppose cause any of the diseases. This bacteria going to enter only one bacterium, going to multiply many through by multiple fission. The strobilization. Strobilization means strobilation in some metazoan. What is metazoan? A visible organism. Okay, protozoan, metazoan. What is protozoan? Microscopic entity. Metazoan, visible organism. Animals, a special type of transverse fission called strobilization. Strobilization, transverse divisions happen for here. Develop lot of bud-like structure. Example for Aurelia. Here is given the picture. Given for a lot of buds will be daughter cells will be developed one by one. Then during that strobilation, every transverse divisions to develop new one. So in the process of strobilation, several transverse fissions occur simultaneously, giving rise to a number of individuals which often do not separated immediately from each other. Example, Aurelia. Aurelia kind of in plants or not plant, animals happen for here strobilation division, transverse division. Picture going to be given, young strobila, adult strobila, and they consist of a stalk and stolon. Then here early Ephyra side view, then early Ephyra oral view inside. Then plasmatomy. Plasmatomy is a division of multinucleated parents into many multinucleated daughters. So usually a daughter cell consists of an only one nucleated, but here multinucleated parent to produce multinucleated daughter individual with the division of nuclei. So usually daughter cell consists of an only one nuclei, single nucleated, but here plasmatomy multinucleated daughter will be developed. Nuclear divisions occurs later to maintain normal number of nuclei. Plasmatomy occurs in Opalina and Pleomyxa, a giant amoeba. Plasmatomy. Then sporulation. During unfavorable condition, amoeba multiplies by sporulation without encystments. Okay, usually multiple fission, amoeba will be adapted to entire amoeba covered with one cyst wall. It's called the encystment. But here sporulation without encystments, nucleus break into several small fragments or chromatin block. These fragments develop a nuclear membrane, becomes surrounded by cytoplasm, and develops a spore case around it. He has given the picture is an amoeba and develop a spore. Nucleus going to divide, then to form on spore. A spore case is developed, but do not insist. Okay, nucleus going to divide, then every nucleus will be sporulated with the help of spore case. Then release. Conditions favorable. This spore case will just break up and new amoeba will be come out through by sporulation. When the conditions become favorable, the parent body disintegrated and the spores are liberated, is hatching into a young amoeba. Budding. The parent body produces one or more buds and each bud grows into young ones. Example, sea sponges and Leucoselenia in Hydra. So the parent body, first of all, to form one small protuberance, it will be enlarged to form fully developed young bud. So this bud detached with the mother body to form new individual organism. So it's come for your budding. Example, sea sponges and Hydra. Types of budding: exogenous budding, endogenous budding. What is exogenous? Buds formed outer surface of the parental body. Example, Hydra. Endogenous buds are formed internally. Example, Noctiluca. Hundreds of buds are formed inside the cytoplasm and many remain within the body of the parent. So here plenty ectoderm. So here plenty of, when foods is plenty, ectoderm, endoderm and push out to form the bud. Good example, Hydra. Gemmules in sea sponges. Gemmules in freshwater sponges and in some marine sponges, a regular and peculiar mode of asexual reproduction occurs by internal buds called gemmule. So here the gemmule consists of a small opening are called micropyle covered by outer membrane, and here foot laden mass of foot laden part is called archeocyst. Archeocyst means it provides material developing young ones. So here a completely grown gemmule is hard ball consisting of an internal mass of foot laden archeocyst. Unfavorable condition, the sponge disintegrate, but gemmules are withstand to come out. Then fragmentation. The young, this is a kind of an tapeworm, Teniasolium. Teniasolium consists of the head is called as scolex, entire body segmented. The segments of Teniasolium is called proglottids. Immature and mature proglottids. Body segments is called proglottids, and the mature proglottids break up 2 to 3 number, commonly called a gravide, and this gravide consists of developing embryo. So this embryo break up during apolysis process and develop new organism. So the parent body break up in fragments, and each of fragments has a potential to develop into a new individual. In the tapeworm, Teniasolium, the gravide ripe proglottids are the oldest and posterior end of the strobila. The process called apolysis, just break up to form new organism. Then regeneration, regrowth of injured parts. Example for here, tailless lizard and armless starfish to develop new arm through by regeneration. This regeneration was first studied in Hydra by Abraham Tremblay in 1740. So Abraham Tremblay in 1740 first of all studied and mentioned the term regeneration. Regeneration is of two types, morphallaxis and epimorphosis. Morphallaxis, the whole body grows from a small fragments, example Hydra and Planaria. So body is break into lot of pieces through by accidentally or incidentally break lot of pieces, every piece to develop new organism. So when Hydra is accidentally cut into several pieces, each piece can regenerate the last parts and develop into a whole new individual. So this is an organism. Hydra and Planaria, both of them break lot of pieces through by accidentally develop new animals called morphosis. Epimorphosis, the replacements are last body part. So here the part will be just replaced, develop new organism, new organ. So it is two types are called reparative and restorative. Reparative, certain damaged tissue can be regenerated. Okay, here only certain damaged tissue can be regenerated or called reparative regeneration, and restorative regeneration several body parts can develop. Example starfish, tails of wall lizard, okay, or house lizard and starfish. Good example for restorative regeneration several body parts. Several body parts suppose damage to develop new parts. Come for regeneration. Then sexual reproduction. It involves a fusion of male and female gamete to form zygote. Zygote before zygote to completed for a syngamy or fertilization. Fusion of male and female gamete. Syngamy, the fusion of two haploid gametes take place to produce different zygote. Types of fertilization: external and internal fertilization. What is external? Fertilization occurs outside of the body of an organism, female organism. Example: sponges, fishes, and amphibians. So these are the organisms. Good example for here: external fertilization. Fertilization occurs outside of the organism is called external. Internal fertilization, it occurs inside. The fusions of male and female gametes take place within the body of female organisms. Example: reptiles, aves, and mammals. So these organisms reproduced by internal fertilization happening through by female one. And different kinds of syngamy: fertilization, autogamy, and exogamy. Autogamy, the male and female gametes are produced by the same cell or same organism. Okay, compare here hermaphrodites, a kinds of an organism. Male and female gametes are produced same organism. Example: actinosterium and paramecium. Then exogamy, the male and female gametes are produced by different parents and they fuse to form zygote. So it is biparental because two parents responsible or involved production of male and female gametes, male and female. Example: human, dioecious or unisexual animal. Then hologamy, the lower organism, sometimes the entire mature organism do not form gametes. They themselves behave as gametes. So they are not produce gametes, but bodies act as gametes. Example: trichonympha. Pedogamy is a sexual union of young individual. So the mature one to produce young individual. This young individual is also developed a new organism or new younger one. It's called pedogamy. Merogamy, the fusions of small size morphologically different gametes. So merogamy, they are divided into isogamy, anisogamy, and anisogamy. The fusions of morphological and physiological identical gametes are called isogamy. Example: monocytes, a kind of organism. Gametes comes from same parents or different parents. Then whereas fusions are dissimilar gametes. Okay, gametes comes from two different parents but morphologically, physiologically dissimilar, or anisogamy. Anisogamy occurs in higher animal, but it is customary to use the term fertilization instead of an anisogamy or syngamy. Example: higher invertebrates and vertebrates. Higher invertebrates and vertebrates, it occurs in anisogamy. Animals, sorry, we use the term, sorry, instead of an anisogamy or syngamy happen. Then phases of life cycle, juvenile phase in all living organisms to phase completed to facing three phases are called juvenile, reproductive and senescence phase. Juvenile means growth phase, complete developments. Reproductive phase means multiplication process to develop new organism. Senescence phase means death phase, end phase is called senescence. Then parthenogenesis, development of egg into a complete individual without fertilization. So here do not involve any fertilized fusing gametes, but the plant cell or animal cell to develop new organism. The term parthenogenesis discovered by Charles Bonnet in 1754. Two types of parthenogenesis: natural parthenogenesis and artificial parthenogenesis. Natural parthenogenesis happening for here naturally. That two types are called complete parthenogenesis, incomplete. What is complete? There is no biparental sexual reproduction, single parents responsible to development of new organism. Example, organisms only in female. Natural, complete parthenogenesis. Incomplete means they produce two types of an egg are called fertilized egg and unfertilized eggs. Okay, it is some animals in which both sexual reproduction and parthenogenesis occurs, but they produce unfertilized egg, fertilized egg. Unfertilized eggs in honeybees, unfertilized eggs in honeybees to produce drones, bees, male one, and fertilized egg in honeybees to produce queen and workers. Compare here natural parthenogenesis and artificial parthenogenesis. Unfertilized egg ovum is induced to develop into a complete individual by physical or chemical stimuli. Example, annelids and sea urchin egg. Okay, so unfertilized egg or ovum is induced to develop into complete individual. So unfertilized eggs also develop complete development of new individual. Example, annelids and sea urchin egg. Animals are classified mainly into three groups, namely oviparous, viviparous, ovoviviparous. Oviparous means egg-laying organism. Example, birds. And viviparous means viviparous animals give rise to young ones. The young ones are born alive after being nourished into the uterus through the placenta. Example, good example for here mammals. So oviparous example, egg-laying animals such as reptiles and birds. And ovoviviparous means the embryo develop inside the egg with the help of a uterus, but without any placenta formation. So similar to vivipary, but the embryos have no placental connection between mother and newborn fetus. They are called ovoviviparous because eggs are developed new embryo inside the mother uterus, but no connection between newborn fetus and mother uterus. They are called ovoviviparous. So that's all today topic. I hope all are understood today topic. Study well and go through well and take notes. Thank you.